Stop, drop, and flop in the slop. Stop, drop, and flop in the slop. Stop, drop, and flop in the slop. Clam, swam, tram. Clam, swam, tram. Clam, swam, tram. The clam swam in the tram. The clam swam in the tram. Can you find three words that sound alike? Plum, drum, glum. Plum, drum, glum. Plum, drum, glum. The plum on the drum is glum. The plum on the drum is glum. Can you find three words that sound alike? Drink, stink, blink. Drink, stink, blink. Drink, stink, blink. Can you find the word that sounds like drink, stink, and blink? The drink from the rink had such a stink it made him blink. The drink from the rink had such a stink it made him blink. Fred sped sled. Fred sped sled. Fred sped sled. Can you find the word that sounds like Fred, sped, and sled? Fred sped his sled by the bed. Fred sped his sled by the bed. Stop, drop, slop. Stop, drop, slop. Stop, drop, slop. Can you find the word that sounds like stop, drop, and slop? Stop, drop, and flop in the slop. Stop, drop, and flop in the slop. Glass, brass, grass. Glass, brass, grass. Glass, brass, grass. Can you find the word that sounds like glass, brass, and grass? The glass and the brass were on the grass after class. The glass and the brass were on the grass after class. Frog, clog, smog. Frog, clog, smog. Frog, clog, smog. Can you find the word that sounds like frog, clog, and smog? The frog by the clog is in a fog of smog. The frog by the clog is in a fog of smog. Stump, plump, grump. Stump, plump, grump. Stump, plump, grump. Can you find the word that sounds like stump, plump, and grump? The stump and the lump are by the plump grump. The stump and the lump are by the plump grump. Drap, grab, grab. Drap, grab, grab. Drab, crab, grab. Can you find the word that sounds like drab, crab, and grab? The drab crab can grab his scab. The drab crab can grab his scab. Grid, slid, skid. Grid, slid, skid. Grid, slid, skid. Can you find the word that sounds like grid, slid, and skid? The grid slid and made the kid skid. The grid slid and made the kid skid. Scott, trot, spot. Scott, trot, spot. Scott, trot, spot. Can you find two words that sound like Scott, trot, and spot? Scott got to trot with Spot to the plot. Scott got to trot with Spot to the plot. Spell, swell, smell. Spell, swell, smell. Spell, swell, smell. Can you find two words that sound like spell, swell, and smell? Nell can smell swell with the well with the smell. Nell can spell swell by the well with the smell. Slug, snug, plug. Slug, snug, plug. Slug, snug, plug. The slug and pug slept snug on the rug by the plug. The slug and the pug slept snug on the rug by the plug. Can you find two words that sound like slug, snug, and plug? Slim, skim, brim. Slim, skim, brim. Slim, skim, brim. Can you find two words that sound like slim, skim, and brim? Slim Kim drank a cup of skim filled to the brim after a swim. Slim Kim drank a cup of skim filled to the brim after a swim.